So really on the same level. Ooh, this should be a good one. How about a J.J. McCarthy Pinnacle Inscriptions? What's going on, everybody? Tyson VS Card Hub. We're coming back with another rip. We're doing an encore of Encore. Did this rip a couple months ago when it first came out, and at the time, Encore, when it released, it was like 2 to 220, sometimes even up to 250 on depending on where you found it at. At the time, it was pretty roundly criticized. Like all the big YouTubers and reviewers and everyone looked at it, and like before anybody even opened the boxes, they were talking about how terrible it was, and I think it kind of got a little bit of undue hate before anybody actually saw it. And everyone just kind of jumped on the bandwagon and said Encore is terrible and like the worst product, so on and so forth. I ripped it. It wasn't amazing. I even said it was, it's more of a sticker dump. Kind of seemed like Panini was trying to get stuff out the door. And at, $220, $220, $250, where, wherever you got it at, wherever folks got it at, the value wasn't there. But now, interestingly, now that everyone has jumped on the hate bandwagon, people refuse to open it, people refuse to even look at it, you can find Encore now for $100 to $120 a box. And some of these boxes, you can even find them on eBay, where big retailers are unloading them for as little as $80, $75, $80, which is actually really interesting. So that kind of puts it in the kind of realm of like an H2 or like that Illusions premium box back there. We opened those previously, because you in these boxes you do get one autograph and one memorabilia card. And if you remember, that's what you got in the Rookies and Stars longevity boxes. When you got when those were live at Target, folks were jumping on those. And I mean, the longevity boxes were going for 70, 80, 90 bucks, depending on if you got them at the regular price or not. And everybody loved them. They were paper stock. They had numbered cards. They had one autograph and one memorabilia card. Now you can get Encore for almost the price of what those longevity boxes went for. So I've been grabbing a few of these because I still like it. I still think Encore is a fun product. It has cool looking cards. They look better than Zenith. And everybody talked about how amazing Zenith was. I kind of talked a little bit about that in my Zenith video. But Encore has some good stuff. You can get stuff numbered down to 1. You can get autographs. You can get RPAs. You can get a lot of stuff out of Encore. So with it coming down in price, I decided to come back around and revisit again. And let's see, is it actually worth the $80, $100, $120 you might get it at? I think I've gotten a few more boxes of Encore at like the 120 mark. I actually bought some more recently I got them down at like 110, somewhere in there. And talked to a few people. They've gotten them, like I said, on eBay at like $80, something like that. So it's actually a very interesting rip now. So we're going to get to it. Like I said, I've already done it before, but I figured I would revisit it now that it's coming down in price. I'm also looking at doing a video coming up. Stay tuned. That I'm going to review and look at some of the more budget hobby boxes. Because remember, these were marketed as hobby boxes. So looking more budget hobby boxes of like $200 or less, and kind of seeing where the value is at. But anyways, we're going to jump into it. 10 packs per box, 6 cards per pack. Like I said, you do get one autograph and one memorabilia card. You can get dual autograph cards out of here. You can get RPAs. You will get veterans. I mean, be ready for that. But I've got a bunch of stuff up on eBay now where I've gotten like the Joe Montana insert numbered down to 35. I've got Trevor Lawrence autograph numbered to 50. I've gotten rookie autos. I've gotten, the patch cards. I have gotten the vet autos. I did get a couple of vets in my last rip. But you do get almost one numbered card per pack, which is pretty nice. And because not a lot of this stuff was opened, people are actually buying it quite a bit. It's actually pretty interesting. There's Myles Garrett, 49 of 49. Look at that. Bookend, 49-49 Myles Garrett. And a Michael Penix Jr. on the rookie Aurora. Braylon Allen for our rookie. These are the paper stock, so these are not going to be, the crazy chromium ones. But one other thing that I did notice, and I've noticed a lot in a lot of the cards, is their quality control, like centering, actually looks really good on these cards. Like straight out of the pack, centering, you will get some, because they are cardstock, you will get some of the edges will have some whitening on them. That's cardstock. But for the most part, these cards are actually in very good condition. And they come out looking very good. So anyways, we're going to rip through it. We're going to see what we get. I can probably talk till I'm blue in the face. I don't know if anybody actually wants to listen to me, yap and all that stuff. I've gotten cards numbered down to 10 out of here. CD Lamb and Dylan Lobb. I think I've got a Matt Milano numbered to 10 up on eBay right now. Like I said, I've got the Trevor Lawrence up there. I've got Joe Montana numbered to 35. So you can get some pretty good low numbered stuff out of here. I've not pulled a 1 of 1 or anything lower than 10, but you can get some pretty decent stuff. There's Joey B. The future is now. And Jacob Cowing for our rookie. Like I said, every pack has at least an insert. Sometimes you will get a numbered card in almost every pack. This one should be out of 49 as well. We're looking at Mason Smith, rookie. That one is 27 out of 49. And a Blake Corum, Jalen Wright, Team Pinnacle, and Marvin Harrison. See, I believe the Reds are 49. Golds are 10. The silvers, I believe, are 150. And you got blues and purples in there. It's cool. Komet. There's a head-to-head. Ray Lewis, Eddie George, and Malachi Corley. So the designs, I like the designs. I like the throwback designs. I think they look good. It kind of goes back to when I grew up. Worked in my dad's card shop. I still remember opening the old Pinnacle stuff. I remember opening the old, junk wax. There we go. How about an Adonai Mitchell rookie auto? So there's our autograph. That is numbered out of 199. That's number 2 of 199. Adonai Mitchell auto. And a Bo Nix blueprints. And Jalen McMillan on our rookie. So there we go. These are pretty solid. So obviously you can get, Michael Penix, you can get J.J. McCarthy, you can get the Panini signers, but there's 2 of 199. I believe I've got, if I put it up, I've got a Ladd McConkey auto up. So you can get some decent stuff out of here. You can get the decent rookies. There we go. How about a little Devon A-Chain and Saquon Barkley? That is on the blue foil. So these inserts, they will have the different colored foils on them. That will tell you where they're at. That one is numbered 29 of 35. So Devon A-Chain and Saquon Barkley out of 35. There's a Rattler. And Dallas Turner on our rookie. So far, not a terrible box. We got some good numbered cards. We got a nice little rookie auto. I worked through these fairly quickly now that we've kind of seen them a bit. There's Puka, Futures Now, and Ray Davis on our rookie. Yeah, you can get the inserts numbered. You can get your standard numbered cards. This one, orange, CJ Stroud. This one is out of 99, 20 of 99. And Neighbors on Team Pinnacle, Jordan Travis. And last pack, this one is thick, so we're going to have a patch in here. This is going to be our mem card. Oh, that's a thick one, too. How about a Nick Chubb Winning Materials? That one is numbered out of 199. It's 48 of 199. Nick Chubb Winning Materials. Pretty big, thick old patch there. And we got the head-to-head and Marshawn Nealon. So first box, not bad. Like I said, if you can get these down around $100, the value is there. The value's there. You're going to get some decent stuff. Like I said, when they first came out, they were not a good value proposition. When they first came out, they were just overpriced. They were a bit of a sticker dump. Panini was just trying to get stuff out the door. At least that's the way it seemed. But now that they're down in the, like I said, the premium box to H2 box territory, they're not terrible. Because back there we've got, as you can see in the back, we've got some of the Phoenix H2 boxes that will be opening up soon. Stay tuned for that. And those ones do have, they got 10 cards per box, 8 cards per pack, and you're going to get your auto, you're going to get your mem card. So really on the same level. Ooh, this should be a good one. How about a J.J. McCarthy Pinnacle Inscriptions at $100, $120, numbered to 99, J.J. McCarthy auto on a thick card. That is a thick, nice little thick card. We will absolutely take that. Bo Nix and C.J. Stroud. So the value, I keep talking about value, but the value is here at this lower price point. This is where these should have released at. If Panini would have released them at this price point instead of trying to make as much money as they possibly could on these, Panini probably would have sold these like hotcakes. These would have sold like hotcakes. Absolutely. I'd be willing to put money on that. But Panini shot themselves in the foot trying to be greedy and get more money on their way out the door before they lose the license. Priced them just a bit too high. There's Bucky Irving at a 150. Hurts and Brian Thomas. Yeah, they priced them too high coming out the gate, and it ruined it. These could have been really good. I mean, I'm going to go ahead and say they are still pretty good for the price point if you get them at the lower price. These are a sneaky good hobby box. Head-to-head and Tavian Sanders. Head-to-heads are not numbered unless you get the different foil colors on them. Head-to-heads are the same as all the rest of the inserts. If you get the different colored foils, those ones will be numbered. The regular silver foils are not numbered. There's Chris Godwin. This one's going to be out of 150. Go 96 out of 150 on Godwin. Keon Coleman on the rookie Aurora, and Quinion Mitchell. I'm going to try not to gush too much just because, like I said, I do like these. I do like the design. I think they're a good design. They actually did really good with the quality control. I mean, everything that comes out is centered. It's crisp. Yes, it's cardstock. Debo and Chris Jenkins. But the quality was actually pretty good in these. Like I said, Panini, if they would have released these in the $120 range, even probably at $150 at release and then dropped them back down, these would have sold like hotcakes. I can pretty much guarantee it. Panini, hire me as your marketing guy. There's Penix. Yeah, unfortunately, they also got a bad rap because as soon as they were released, before even people got them opened and got to looking at them, there's Jameson Williams on the blue. This one should be a nice numbered one. That's out of 25. 8 of 25. 1 off of jersey number. 8 of 25. Sick color match for Jameson Williams. Yeah, before these even got like opened up and people really got to see what they were, unfortunately, they were just getting drugged through the mud online. See, there's our thick. That's a patch card. I'm going to put that off to the side. We'll do our patch cards last. So yeah, they did not get a fair run. And how about a Caleb Williams purple? This is out of 75. 63 of 75 on Caleb purple. There's a Malik Neighbors and JC Latham. All right, last pack of this box, and then we got one more box. I appreciate y'all sticking around and checking this one out again. Like I said, this is one that I think it got positioned poorly. Panini tried to go for max profit, and I think most people just kind of jumped on the hate train that it got, which was somewhat warranted. At the price, it was not a good product. But now, yeah, I'll jump on the love train. There's Brandon Cook silver. That's kind of a color match. That's out of 150. Prescott and Neighbors. Like I said, these will probably end up on eBay. Check out my eBay link. There's a thick one. I have the eBay link down in the description below. If you're interested in any of these singles, these will end up on there most likely. Either that or they will end up in one of the upcoming Whatnot single shows. There's a Joe Montana and Boomer Esiason. That is out of 35. 19 out of 35 blue foil. You can kind of see that there. Blake Corum and Burton. Yeah, I'll leave a link down below as well to Whatnot if you want to check out one of our single shows or breaks, either one. If you're not already on Whatnot, use the referral link. Get a free $15 when you sign up. Spend it however you would like. Otherwise, check out eBay. You snag yourself some nice, good-looking Encore singles. We're still looking for our autograph, and as soon as I say that, how about a Sam Darnold? That's Sam Darnold out of 99, 14 of 99. Jersey match. Oh, look at that. 14 of 99, at least for his Vikings uniform. That is a 14 of 99, hand inscribed 14. Sam Darnold autograph with the Michael Penix behind it. That's pretty sick. To actually have it hand inscribed 14. So there we go. Sam Darnold hand inscribed 14, and that is 14 of 99. Said, check out eBay. There's our little Vikings duo. We got some Vikings hot boxes here. Let's see if we find any bonus autos. We at least still have 2 memorabilia cards. Looks like we got a Jaden Daniels on the back here. We got a red. That's going to be Will Reichard. That one's out of 49. 18 of 49. Almost jersey number there as well. And Lamb and Jaden Daniels on the base. That's kind of the nice thing about this stuff, is that since nobody ripped it and everyone ignored it and poo-pooed all over it and talked terrible about it, how it was the worst product ever, there's really not a lot of it out there. I've had my singles have done pretty well. There's Dion and Andre Rison and Cade Stover. Singles done pretty well for this. Like I said, it's hard to find them. There's at least a JJ on the back. Most likely going to be a base. We got another orange in here. How about a Jahmyr Gibbs? That one's going to be out of 99. 37 of 99 for Gibbs. And there's a Ricky Pearsall and a JJ. So just doing kind of the math in my head here, I would say at $120 a box, which is where I've picked the current ones up at. So they probably made pretty close to, at least made money back, especially with that McCarthy back there. A nice little hand-inscribed Sam Darnold. We'll see what we get on our mem patches, or our mem cards. Ooh, this could be, nope. Jordan Love, I thought it was going to be a good one there. Jordan Love and Devin Culp. All right. Last two packs, patch cards. Appreciate you for hanging out. If you've watched it this long, try to get through it pretty quick. Decided to throw a third box. I was only going to do 2 boxes initially. I threw a third one in there just because, like I said, I like the stuff. I think it's pretty good. I think it got a bad rap, somewhat of a bad rap. Kind of deserved it. Lazard, London. Ooh, that is a nice, big, chunky patch. That is Edgerrin James. That is a thick patch. Atomic jersey. This one's going to be numbered out of 10. 2 of 10. Edgerrin James atomic jersey. This thing was a brick. That weighs a lot. Looks like it's his sock. Not from any gamer event, of course. Looks like it's his sock in there, though. That is a thick patch. So we actually got 3 autos. Now that I think about it, I forgot we got Adonai Mitchell there too. He kind of got buried. There's Chris Godwin. Winning materials. This one is going to be out of 199, 114, and 199. Winning materials of Chris Godwin. And finishing it off with head-to-head of Dion and Andre Rison again. And Adisa Isaac. So, there you have it. 3 boxes of Encore. Like I said, you can get it much cheaper than when it initially came out. And it's actually turning out to be a semi-decent product. We did get a bonus autograph. We got that Pinnacle Inscriptions back there of J.J. McCarthy. Went with our base autos of Darnold and Adonai Mitchell. And then our big old pile of numbered cards. Numbered cards or hits, I should say. There's a few in here that are not numbered. Don't have the colored foil, but a lot of these are numbered. Caleb Williams, that's a good one. Jameson Williams is a nice color match. Low numbered down to 25. There's a Bucky. There's Bo Nix, rookie. Stroud insert. I think Stroud's going to have a good bounce back year this year. There's a Stroud out of 99. That Barkley and A-Chain to 35. So yeah, there you have it. 3 boxes of Encore at the lower price point. I think it really should be looked at again by a lot of folks. If you're looking for a cheap rip, something fun, something that not a lot of people are ripping, except for me, maybe. And the guys over at Buck City Breaks. I know Chris over there was ripping a whole bunch. This stuff is pretty awesome. I like it. I still like it. I'll probably, if I find deals on it down, $100 or less, I'll probably be picking up more and hunting for some of the nice case hit die cuts, some of the 1-of-1s, see if I can pull any of that. I don't know. I don't know what else to say. I could sit here and probably sound like I'm simping for it pretty good, but it's stuff I like. I think it's good. I think now at the price point it is at, in conclusion, summarizing here a little bit, TLDR, at the price point it's at, it is a good buy if you want a cheap hobby box where you're guaranteed an auto, you're guaranteed a mem, and you're guaranteed a good pile of numbered cards. That's my spiel. Hopefully you liked it. Thank y'all for hanging out. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe. Have you opened any of this stuff up? Gotten anything good? What do you think about it? Is it a good buy at the price point that it's at now? Thanks for hanging out, and I'll catch y'all next time.